Hi everyone, and welcome to another weekend vlog. It's Saturday morning and I've already done my food shopping for the week, but in terms of everything else that I have a list about as long as my arm. Today is probably going to be the only sunny day that we get this weekend, which means that I should really be outside doing things like washing my car and you know, doing some weeding and mowing the lawns and stuff like that. Really can't be bothered. If you don't live in South Australia or you haven't heard, last week was a really crap week in terms of weather. We had the worst storm that we've had in about 50 years apparently. So there's been lots of flooding and trees down and stuff like that. So it was just kind of, it was really surreal more than anything. But really tiring as well because of all of the wind and the rain and stuff like that. It was really kind of hard to sleep overnight while all of that was crashing in around the house and the windows and stuff like that. So yeah, all I feel like doing is relaxing today, but if today's going to be the only sunny day that we get this weekend, I probably do need to be out in the garden making the most of all of that. Yeah, but otherwise all I need to do is just stuff like cleaning makeup brushes, doing a couple of vlogs, and I should really do the Tip Tuesday video for next Tuesday, because I kind of need to do a bit of a demonstration in that one, so I can't exactly film that on Tuesday morning before I go to work. Okay, well, I'll keep you updated as I'm going throughout the weekend, but I hope you guys have a great weekend as well. It might seem a little bit silly to be washing the car when it's going to be raining, but have a look. All that dirt that's on the car. I mean, all of that has been building up from Monado Zoo over the last couple of months, and even with all the rain that we get, it just still doesn't come off, so I kind of need to get it off before it becomes like a permanent fixture on the car. Look, you can see where I get out of the car and just rub everything off of my pants. Yeah, so hopefully we can make that look a bit better. So I've already injured myself. I don't know if you can really see that there, but I've gouged a whole lot of skin out. That was on my number plate. Apparently the plastic that holds that in place is sharp. But the other thing that I wanted to show you is, I don't know if you can see all of the dirt around there, right? So this is going to be like one of those cleaning shows that you see where they're like, look how good this cleaner is, and then wipe off some dirt. But check this out. See, all dirt and stuff like that, if you can make it out. Oh, look at this. Can you see like the actual line there coming out? Look at that. Probably a bit hard to see with all the reflections in the way, but there's like, oh, maybe there you can see a clear like spotch of dirt, and the rest of it is all red. Yeah. Hi everyone. So I've done quite a few things outside. I washed the car. You saw some footage of that. It was really dirty. I also did a bit of watering. Sounds really silly given that we've just had, you know, like the world's biggest storm over the weekend, during the week, but some of my veggies still needed to be watered because they were looking a bit dry. I was gonna pull out some weeds, and I did pull out some of the biggest ones, but because they just keep coming back, I kind of thought that maybe it was about time that I just started poisoning them, rather than, you know, having to go out every single weekend and pull everything out. I just sprayed it all with a bit of poison. I do have, like, a couple of the trees are really quite big and established, so I'm not too concerned about using poison around them, but some of the smaller little native bushes and shrubs and stuff, little bit concerned that maybe I might kill them, but I think at this point I need to make sure that I eradicate all of the weeds to begin with, and if stuff dies, then, you know, maybe I can replant and put some sort of fruit stuff in there or something. haven't done the mowing yet. My back was just kind of getting a bit sore, so just sort of inside chilling, and we'll see if I get around to the mowing later today. So here's the lawn before the big mow. Almost feel a little bit sad getting rid of all of those flowers. Had a nice bit of colour. So I don't know if my lawnmower has died, or if maybe it just needs a bit of a tune or something, but kind of keeps, it's not running properly, like it's almost like the throttle isn't opening far enough, and so it keeps running really low, so of course it can't get through anything, let alone all of that thick stuff where the dog is, but even like the lower stuff that's kind of like even just there, and just that little bit up the back there, it's not even getting through that without stalling. So yeah, I don't really know what to do. It might be the throttle, but then, you know, I have no idea what I'm looking at either, so I've just left a message with my dad to see if he can help me work out what the hell's going wrong. So it's Sunday morning, and I'm in my kitchen again, like I was last Sunday. So what I'm looking at cooking this morning is a fruit and nut oatmeal. So one of the things that I've been wanting to do is sort of make, I guess, healthier choices in what I'm eating, but I've also been thinking about having more of a vegetarian lifestyle, so eating less meat. I have had thoughts about, you know, cutting out more like animal byproducts like milk and eggs and stuff like that, so becoming more vegan and vegetarian, but one of the things that I've really been struggling with is recipes that can help me do that. Some of them are quite good, like I found a couple of cookbooks that are really good, but one thing that I really struggle with is breakfast and lunch. So a lot of the breakfasts that I've seen, you need to cook, and you need to, a lot of it you need to cook first thing in the morning so that it's fresh, and you're getting the most out of it, and then the lunches are kind of the same. You need to do some sort of cooking in order for it to, you know, be fresh for that day, or even just fresh for lunch. Like, it's just, that's kind of what I've been struggling with. Like, when you work full time, you have to leave 7 o'clock in the morning, is finding all of the time to actually do all of that. So because this weekend is a long weekend, I'm sort of trying to test out a couple of recipes, see how well they work if I cook them in advance and then reheat the next morning, or the next day. So yeah, what I'm going to start with is a fruit and nut oatmeal. This is probably one that I would want to cook first thing in the morning, just because otherwise it might go a little claggy or something like that. But there is a granola recipe, so that also requires cooking, but at least that one you can kind of maybe do that one on the weekend and then have it during the week for cereal. If you guys have any tips for me, any suggestions on, you know, how to make this stuff a little bit easier, yeah, I would love to hear them. Thanks, guys. So the cookbook that I'm using is the Fork Over Knives cookbook. This one's actually a plan on how to transition over to having a vegan diet, but it's got recipes in here, and this one, it says how much it makes, but it doesn't say how much how many people it's supposed to serve. So I'm just kind of going with an estimate. If it makes 1.5 cups, it's supposed to be for 2 people, or is it for 1? I don't know. So this is it cooking on the stove. It's only taken a few minutes actually, but the recipe says to just use water for it. But I find that, you know, rolled oats, oatmeal can be really bland when it's just using water, so I use mostly water, but then put in some soy milk as well. So we'll see how that taste. Hopefully it's not too bland with everything else that I'll put on top of it. So I've just topped it with almonds, half a banana and some maple syrup. I mean, that honestly, like, it doesn't look like much in the video, but that can't be for one person. That's just massive. So yay, look at that, my first vegan breakfast. Although I have a confession. It's a cup of tea with real milk, cow's milk. I don't know if I'm quite ready to give up like a cup of tea with cow's milk yet. Baby steps, people, baby steps. If you have any suggestions for that, like what milk you found worked best, almond, soy, or no milk, just let me know. I'd be really interested to hear your thoughts. So my dad came round and fixed my lawn mower, and he also finished mowing my lawn as well. So it looks so much better now. Hi everyone, so it's a long weekend, which means that you get me for one extra day, which is today. It's Monday morning. So what I thought I would do today is just do a little bit of baking. So at the moment I have some breakfast granola cooking in the oven. So this follows on from yesterday when I was talking about what sort of vegetarian vegan recipes for breakfast that I can do and how some of them require cooking and that sort of thing. So the granola one you can actually make in bulk and then just have a cereal during the week. So I thought I would give that a go this morning, prep some and then, you know, have it during the week. So it's in the oven now. Okay, so I'm cooking nicely and the camera's just fogged up, but it's all going nice and toasty, so I'll be able to take that out soon. So I was given a pressure cooker by my neighbour, but have a look at that. That is pretty gross. I didn't get a chance to look at it before. She just gave it to me, but it doesn't look that great. I'm more really concerned about what's going on in there. It kind of looks like maybe she's used metal appliances on some of it, because some of it, like down in there, is all scratched. So I might see if I can clean it up using baking soda or something and see what it looks like after that, if it's even worth keeping. So there's no food on it anymore, but yeah, I think that's going to be a throwaway job. I'm pretty sure all that's supposed to have some sort of non-stick coating on it, and using metal appliances and then trying to clean it and maybe scrubbing a little bit too vigorously has just kind of taken most of that off. So I probably don't really want to be cooking that and eating any food, just in case it has any of the non-stick coating in it that can't be good for you. So it was free, so you know, doesn't really matter, just throw it away. Hi, so it's Monday evening, just gone 6 o'clock. I'm in the process of making dinner that will hopefully last me for the next couple of days at least. Dinner or lunch, I haven't really decided what I'm making. Potato and leek soup, so a nice vegetarian one. I'm going to make a vegan one, so instead of using thick cream in it, I'm going to use coconut cream instead. So we'll see how that tastes flavour wise. So yeah, I've just got that bubbling away on the stove. I think I was a bit ambitious with how much to put in there, because I kind of have spilled stuff everywhere. So there it is, bubbling away, and there's just, yeah, the stuff all around the stove because, you know, it was overfull and I kept flinging stuff everywhere. So just while I'm doing that, while that's bubbling away, I'm just sort of, you know, enjoying beverage. Hills apple cider, my favourite cider. Yeah, so that's probably about all that I'm going to be doing for the rest of the day. I did my Tip Tuesday video today, which was about eyeshadow fallout. So following on from the one that I did last week where I talked about doing your eyeshadow first, this second one sort of follows on. So any sort of eyeshadow fallout that you get down your face, it's just kind of a couple of tips on how to clean all of that up. yeah, so I'll post that up tomorrow so you guys can check that one out. I'm not sure that I'll be up to anything else tonight, but I will let you know before I sign off.